At forward from Muntinlupa City, number 16, Kevin Racal. From Mabalacat, Pampanga, at forward, number 19, Scotty Thompson. Also at guard from Angeles, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holt.
In case something happens, but here we go. Jump ball, Baltazar taking on Aguilar. First possession of the ball game ends up with Barangay Ginebra.
Perfect rotation on the blitzing the ball screen as we find here Converge.
And Racal gets the first points of the ball game for the FiberXers. That's a long bomb from the corner.
Racal had made three-point baskets in that win against the Elasto Painters.
Automatic na yan para kay Racal at the corner.
Naman.
Holt. Using the Japet screen. Holt will attack. Whistle is blown here. He does get continuation. So that's going to be a three-point play opportunity.
Looking for a better.
Arana still with it. Kicks it back out. Over to Racal. This time, Jamie Malonzo said, nope, not now. 10 seconds to shoot here for the white shirts. Rosario, elbow jumper on the way is short. Malonzo giving them another opportunity here. Stop that dime by Balti.
3 blocks in their last win. First rejection against Barangay Ginebra certainly will not be the last.
As you said, he definitely has been worth the wait. Holt. Over to Rosario. Troy, great move down low for Rosario for 2.
That's 5 points against the trapping defense of the
Stephen Holt being guarded by Shawnee Winston. That's a long 2 on the way, and he drills it.
And again, aggression is the name of the game right now for Holt. Will not wait.
And here come the FiberXers the other way. Winston gets inside the paint. Short jumpers, no good. But he gets his own miss, and this time he made sure.
Coming off a conference best 24 points, slowly but surely establishing himself as one of the top shooting guards here in the Philippine Cup. The second best local in terms of offensive average for Converge.
And that Scotty Thompson with an elbow jumper right there.
Scotty was hot against NLEX after 3 points, only against Northport. Exploded with 20 points and 6 rebounds and 4 assists as well in a losing cause though.
Winston answers on the other end. Here's Aguilar. Back to Scotty. Japet. Baseline jumper off the glass is good.
And again, 3 times Converge will blitz the ball screen. 3 times Ginebra will score against the ball screen. That's an A1 defender, Stephen Holt, denying Stockton an early basket.
And Troy Rosario there to the reverse. Nice feed from Jamie, but it looks like he's limping a little bit.
Had 11 points in under 19 minutes versus NLEX.
That's a great shot right there for De Los Santos. Action Jackson. And here comes De Los Santos on the break. He's looking for a foul.
On the average, 13 points, 6.5 rebounds, nearly 3 assists per contest for Troy Rosario.
Scotty Thompson hits the long bomb right there.
Sometimes he's brilliant, and sometimes it's a challenge. But he will learn as Ginebra is on the crest cusp of a 8-0 run prior to that conversion by Sweat.
Barrientos. Still with it, RJ. Off the glass. Look at that. Move by RJ Barrientos.
And then again, the possible fast break looks for Converge.
Barrientos, baseline jumper on the way, puts it in.
Definitely the top gun coming off the bench for the Gin Kings.
And Ambohot clears it for Ginebra. Cool, over to Aguilar. Japet on the break with the finish. Another turnover there forced by Converge. Winston stopped there by none other than Jason David from Mexico, Pampanga.
Another turnover for the Gin Kings. Third consecutive steal for MJ Garcia.
Oh, look at that. Garcia going around the world for the finger roll and finish.
Coach Tim not liking what he is. That's why it's called a Legion.
That's right.
Not just a barangay.
Yeah, nice pass there coming from Ralph Koo. Balti. Jumper on the way is money. Over to Abarientos. RJ, 3 balls. No good. Japet skies for that rebound. Bodies up with Balti and puts it in.
Only 7 points for Aguilar, a confidence load for the #1 scorer for the Gin Kings. More focus, better discipline in terms of offensive execution tonight for Barangay Ginebra.
Well, pocket pass there. Big-to-big action. Arana to Balti for 2 plus the foul.
That's more like it. We talk about the two Justins. This time the kick out is not to the outside shooter, but instead it's a drop. A ball.
Here's Aguilar. Sends it up to Cool. Back to RJ. 4 to shoot. RJ, nice. Pass to Japet with a two-handed hammer.
They have 37 assists on 47 made field goals against Northport. That's why they are still ahead by this much here in this first half.
Malonzo. Over to Rosario. Scotty back in the game. 3 ball on the way. Drills it.
Excellent weak side action. Somebody was open. Holt is down.
Holt slow to get up there. Japet Aguilar.
Screen assist coming from a teammate. 3-point play in the making here for Japet. But let's see how Stephen Holt is.
Puts it on the floor. Attacks. Stockton sends it back out to Racal. And they work their way back to Balti down low. He gets the basket plus the foul. This is the 3rd time that Balti has a 3-point play opportunity here in the first half.
The 2nd time that Arana has assisted on a Baltazar conversion. This one. Earlier was
There's the cross match. Kick out to Malonzo. 3 ball on the way. That's short. Battle for the rebound in the hands of Japet. Aguilar, jumper, trickles in.
13 for Japet.
41 to 22. As Stockton fires from downtown and drills it.
Too much space given up by Aguilar. Aguilar seems to be hurt.
Stockton. Nice pass to Winston. Can't finish. And that's going to be Ambohot to turn the negative into positive.
In their last game against Rain or Shine, they had 26 or 25 points in the first quarter alone.
Normal, tough shot, puts it in, plus the foul coming from Rosario. Troy to go down to Scotty down low, and he puts it in.
At this young age.
Here's Stockton. This time, he sends it down low, and that's going to be Ambohot who gets the basket plus the foul. So nice outing here for Ambohot.
Played 6 minutes against Rain or Shine, did not score. 0-2.
Now with Rosario. They swing it over to Malonzo.
Oh.
Finds Troy Rosario all alone down low. A breakdown of the defense there.
Well defended by Thompson. And like Stockton, one of the best perimeter defenders.
And Stockton.
Tit for tat.
Yep. He gets the tip right there. They go to Malonzo. 3 ball on the way. A little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound. Tipped in there. Not sure if that's coming from Holt or Japet. Greatness of the Shell franchise as well for Coach Ronnie.
The second generation players really owed a lot. Of course, even the current players to the pioneers, because we learned a lot from watching them.
Much for that, Miss Apple David. Hopefully for Ginebra fans, lightning doesn't strike twice. But for the Converge FiberXers, here comes Arana on the break. They go to the corner. Racal. Again, the transition defense of Ginebra getting back. In time, Racal, 3 balls, no good, but Balti will turn a negative into positive.
6-0 start here.
No good. And here comes Ginebra on the counter. Japet ahead of everybody. Easy basket for the big guy.
And that's
Points this quarter, 9-2 in favor of Converge. Balti working on Rosario. And look at the defense there coming from Holt. And this is going to be an easy basket for the Ginebra guard. Here's Arana. Good fadeaway jumper bothered there by Japet Aguilar.
Good help by Scotty forcing the turn from Arana. And then Aguilar once again leaks out. This time contained well by Kevin Kent Racal.
(55-43). If you're just joining us, it's been all Barangay Ginebra so far here in this contest. Shawnee Winston feeds it over to Arana. Stopped there once again by Japet.
Barrientos scored 6 points in 14 minutes. But the defense that he came up with, definitely huge for the Gin Kings. So too easy for Arana. these tiny attacks.
You said he should be more aggressive. He heard you. Taking it stronger to the back.
The turn and the ball fake was excellent, but that was away from the basket.
Malonzo, baseline jumpers money.
Forcing this quicker pace for the Gin Kings.
The skip pass almost stolen by Balti, and RJ puts it in.
Nobody home defensively.
In the third quarter.
5 points in the quarter for Arana, but again the free throw misses.
But he gets another attempt here. However, there is a block shot there from Adamos. RJ. Adamos back to RJ. Great hands there coming from Stockton. Stockton on the break. Over to Balti. Balti puts it up and in over Adamos.
Former number 6 pick in the rookie draft, Ben Adamos.
Abarientos. 3 ball is money. Gets a miss from downtown. Suerte now. And
nice.
eye in the sky play. Balti muffs it. Second attempt still no good. Third attempt still nothing. Balti 4th time's a charm.
But you laughed harder. So it's your call. It's your call. That's a okay.
Scotty Thompson 3.
30%?
33%.
Earlier. Yes.
Cool over to Japet. Japet stopped there by Ray Suerte. Second attempt by Aguilar. Off the glass is good.
Plays such as this. 70% from the field. Has grabbed 7 rebounds also.
67 to 52. Converge can play for the final shot of the third here. Nice getaway there. Stockton. 3 ball on the way. Puts it in. Big basket there from Stockton.
David completes a defensive stop against Stockton.
Abarientos. 3 ball on the way. Big shot there by RJ.
Losing his defensive cover. Which is a tough shot really. Because you lose your rhythm. But he likes that shot. And he delivers a critical 3 ball to push Ginebra to Bakers doesn't lead.
Arana down low, scoring on Japet.
So skillful inside. Single coverage, not a problem right now. Excellent footwork for Justin Arana.
Here's Holt. Abarientos. They go to Japet. Japet, long 2 on the way, off the glass once again for Aguilar. Garcia decides to pull the 3-point shot and drill it.
10 for MJ Garcia. Out of his better scoring nights, but more than that, keeps Converge alive. Lead down to 10 for the Gin Kings.
David wants to answer on the other end and does. Highlight reel. Let's take a look at this. Garcia, 3 ball.
Too much pace given.
Jamie over to Troy. Here's Thompson. Scotty. Dancing with Balti.
Wow.
Scotty gets away, puts it up and in.
Pakistan beaten in that cross match. Bailout shot by Scotty Thompson. Together with Holt. Scored 27 of Ginebra's 33 fourth quarter.
Stockton. Stockton. The scoop is no good. And then ends up in the hands of Ambohot. He's up to Jamie. Malonzo back to Japet. Japet puts it on the floor. Japet straight to the cup, to the reverse. And that's good.
And you can sense that the individual defense of Converge is now crumbling. Only with 64 points after coming up with 107 against Rain or Shine in their last win.
And that was just too open.
The poor free throw percentage. And then the Japet Aguilar factor. Collective defense of the Gin Kings and the ball movement like this one.
And that's a story for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, and it looks like cramps has finally set in for Japet Aguilar, and he's played so well in this game. Converge will drop to 4-3. Ginebra will improve to 3-2. As Ralph Koo launches that 3 ball in and out for him. Garcia coast to coast in the PBA's return to Pampanga, but it definitely was a master class